Good morning, everyone. Elrigu namaskara. I, Harish KR, Assistant Professor of Mechatronics Department, on 4th December 2020, welcome you all for the AICTE sponsored 2 weeks online faculty development program on fostering ethics, moral values, and character building in technical education, organized by Department of Mechatronics, Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bengaluru, being conducted from 23rd 11/2020 to 5/12/2020. Today we have an eminent speaker, Mr. S. Mohan Arundas sir. He is a placements head of Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Sir has his degree BCom and as well as master's degree MBA from Alagappa University. Overall, sir has more than 30 years of experience both in industry and as well as in academic institutions. He has enormously worked in various corporate sectors like SSS Engineering, Report Leland, Cafe, and he has worked in various capacities. Sir has also worked in Aicte-Svce Center, Siddhaganga Institute of Technology, Sridevi Institute of Technology, and East Point College of Engineering. Many such engineering institutions also he has served. He has also visited various states to participate in various campaigns, workshops, seminars in association with many general managers, CEOs, directors of different companies, and also chairmen as well. During those proceedings, he has offered his valuable suggestions, and it was in confidence very much taken into consideration. Sir is also an inquiring officer and also is a presenting officer, and we all very much appreciate. Looking after the administrative work that he has already done, and in matters related to educational institutions of admission, establishment, and operational levels of quality level placements that is happening, so it is all very much appreciated. And setting up requisite infrastructure, the counseling for students getting admitted, and also deputing as an external auditor for stock verifications in Chennai. And also, sir has set up many centers of excellence. Presently, he is heading the training and placement head in SESSION. He has initiated many job preparedness activities for the students. And after his coming, the placement level has increased in SESSION very much. He is not just training the engineering students, but also the MBA students, right from the first year onwards. And he is training and he is focusing on their capabilities and getting employed. He is also facilitating and conducting various such webinars, guest lectures, technical seminars, faculty development programs, and many other value-added programs which are very much essential both for the faculty and as well as the students in order to get placed and get employment. Recently, sir has also established a centers of excellence in association with a CISCO program to SVC students, which offers projects, internships, research activities in the field of networking. Further, he also has established Blue Prism Robotic Process Automation Center of Excellence and online training in association with Metala Innovations Private Limited. With this brief introduction, I really welcome you, sir, on behalf of the organizing committee and on my own behalf for this session, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much for introduction. So, Mr. Harish, at the very outset, it is my great privilege and honor to extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Vijayashree ma'am for providing me as an opportunity to address Are you able to see?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay. As my topic is emphasizing morals, values, and ethics in education and teaching. As we all aware that the same similar topics has been addressed by most of the people. And at the same time, since this is the topic which and I have chosen as emphasizing on these morals, values, and ethics in education and teaching. First, let me start some headlines. Then I would like to take you to the presentation directly. So before I would like to go to my presentation, let me show what exactly the today's citizen, today's society, today's world. So how important education and what making the people important. So the headlines, what you can see is man kills estranged wife in Bangalore, then mother-in-law in Kolkata, then shoots self. The next slide is grim truth of knife violence. These two headlines, which you can able to see that the man who kills his wife, he is a chartered accountant, highly educated person, and he had not having a good relationship with his wife since long time, and she had left her. In his profession, so he incurred heavy loss and he was financially crippled. Then what he decided, he met his wife to discuss, to help. But since both of them didn't agree for the terms and conditions, so he killed his wife. Then after killing his wife in Bangalore, he goes to Kolkata and talks to his mother-in-law, father-in-law. And while having discussion, he shoots his mother-in-law and mother-in-law also collapses. And father-in-law gets injured and his children also injured. Then at the end, this chartered accountant, he shoots himself. So this is the headlines what we have been seeing. As a chartered accountant, he is a well-educated and he was practicing with a lot of companies, and what the education means for him, and where is ethical values, where is the moral values. Coming to the second incident, so it's a grim truth of knife violence. Here, a person by name Oliver is a very young, talented football player and very handsome and educated as well. He had his friends. So on Friday, he wants to go out of the house with his friends. His mother says that he is very handsome, very good looking. Before he goes out, he met his mother. Friday, she talked to his son, and Saturday, he was murdered. So here, in their country, the people used to carry knife like how we carry the pens. So that has become a common. So that's why in that country, most of the youngsters which having the knife as a weapon, they lot of harassments, they want to make money out of it. Likewise, this Oliver met his friends in one of the bar. In the bar, they had rift between them. and one of his friend is very young. He murdered him. When he murdered him, he made lot of wounds on his face, which was very pathetic, which we were not able to see. You can able to see in the picture. The mother was avoiding to see him, but at last the people convinced him to see. Then, when she saw his son, she was very much disappointed. So what she decided, she told the people not to close the coffin, because let the people see how my son has died and what are all the wounds that is visible on his face. But at least by seeing his face, his wounds, by seeing his face, let other children also learn. So even if you carry the weapon like knife, so what will be the consequences? So if you're worried about your son or daughter, please, when they're going out, check the kitchen to make sure whether knife is missing or not. This is the trend what they have there. So here in both the two incidents, we can able to easily understand that. So in spite of having good education, so education and crime can be approached from many different perspectives. Many people would argue that education can be an important element in preventing individuals from engaging in criminal behavior. So I would like to take you to the next slide. So here in this slide, you can easily make out the Satyam computers, which was in the earlier days, which was the very biggest company, IT company. And Mr. Ramalinga Raju, he was the chairman of the company. He was the CEO, and he is well educated, BCom, and he has done MBA from Ohio University, USA. Though he is a master's, he was running this company since long time. More than 50,000 employees were working. As a CEO of a company, what example he is setting towards his subordinates, his people? He is so educated, but he cheated his company in such a way that so every people in India recognize him as a cheater. This is the biggest scam which we are looking. Though actually he was having more than 50,000 employees, but on roll he was showing 40,000 employees. He was manipulating the accounts because he is into BCom, into finance, and he has manipulated the accounts in such a way that only his family members had made different companies in different names, and he was transferring the funds in such a way that so entire amount was diverted to his family members apart from the other employees. This was the biggest scam which happened. So here, many people would argue that educated people are more productive, correct? So why these educated people will stoop to such a level in engaging themselves in the criminal behavior? Whether more education also leads to complications and also leads to do crimes? Not all students find that more highly educated are less to engage in crime behavior. Here, one more we can able to notice that because of the increased abilities and knowledge facilitates to criminal behavior, these are the question mark what we have to put ourselves. As we all in the teaching profession, as we see on these headlines, so where education is going, it's a big question mark for all of us. Doing well academically is also been associated with lot of social activities, factors as well. When a person involves in social activities, sometimes he also involves in crimes as well. So higher education, high income, and more opportunities in their lives, do more mistakes and crimes. Is it so? This is the question mark. Let me take you to the next slide. Here is lack of education is the reason for these two people, these two children. So one boy is selling the ground, the other girl, she's into construction. Here, we can easily see that the children who are having lower IQ may not succeed as much academically, but result in doing success, and they will work hard. Here, these two students, these two boys and girl, he is selling the groundnut with lot of dedication, with lot of interest, with lot of hard work. Of course, this girl as well, she is sweating and she is into her own profession, and both of them are working hard. They're working, that is the passion, because if they don't work hard, they cannot able to earn. That is the case of these two people. So whatever actually they're going to earn, the income what they get, through that income, they will feed their parents and their grandmothers, grandchildren, but they live happily without anybody's interference. They have peace of mind. They get good sleep. They don't even think about tomorrows. But here, there is no education. This lack of education sometimes also makes people happy, but they are very good in their values, ethics, and towards the profession. See, lack of education is considered the root of poverty. Do we really need education for the success? No. If you have passion to succeed, definitely you will succeed. Success depends upon hard work, honesty, and sincerity. Here, these two people, they are working hard and they are so dedicated, and they know that if they don't work hard, it will be difficult to their livelihood. So, for example, Sachin, Mukesh Ambani, Baba Ramdev, they also didn't have much education, but they have burning desire to success. Here, as per the statistics, what we see is education plus talent equals to only 20%, whereas passion and hard work leads to 80%. So education and talent only 20%, but whereas hard work and passion is 80%. So where is our education, another 80% gone? So we should more focus on that. When we are educating the people, we should strive hard in such a way that education should not lead to any crimes, rather it leads to a success. So let me take to the next slide. Here, often citizens are well educated, even culprits are well educated, men and women. Educated persons are expected to display civilized behavior, decency, good manner, and ethical conduct. Here, a teacher teaching the students' community, and he is educating these people to become a civilized behavior and to lead a decent life and to have good manners and also to have good ethical conducts. We should not teach to the students for the namesake, or we should not teach them just to complete our syllabus, or we should not teach them to just to complete our portions or units, whatever actually we call. We have to give assignments to them, and we have to make group among them and ensure that what the students are doing, and we have to monitor them, we have to mentor them, and we have to counsel them as well. If you talk to them in one-on-one, so what they would like to become and what is their ambition, what is their passion towards what exactly, if you find, so that half of the job, what as a teacher, as a community, we can lead to a better life. So here, though he is teaching to the student, but many people are so focused in education. Likewise, we should focus on their each individuals and we should mentor them. And if we keep counseling them, we certainly understand. So what will be their goal? So let me take to the next slide. Here, in the olden time, there used to be a time when education was a process where students learn to be good human beings. Guru were considered as God. As we see here, like in this Gurukula, the Guru is teaching to their disciples. The disciples are so focused what Guru says. And they want to hear and they want to follow him. Because here, the earlier education in the Gurukulas, as we see, that they used to teach more ethical values, moral values. As in our earlier school days, we had this moral science subject. But in this moral science subject, they used to teach us how to become a good human, how humble you should be, and how to obey and how to respect the people, and how to donate and how to give and how to see the people, how to ensure to take them in a good path. So these are all the things which we are used to learn in our moral science subject. But now that moral science subject is missing. We mainly focus on the academics, on our syllabus, but sometimes we ignore ourselves towards the ethical values. But here, these ethical values and these moral values should go hand in hand along with the academics so that we can make the citizen and we can able to take them to a right path. Even the grandmothers, grandfathers used to tell stories to the children wherein the children were so interestingly involved themselves hearing that stories, and accordingly in their livelihood and in their areas they should inculcate these values whatever their earlier people had taught to the children. Coming to the next slide, here you can able to see that today's education seems to be only about preparing students towards good job, good salary. It should not be, because nowadays we have been seeing that a lot of youngsters committing suicide and they're not able to overcome the stress. And some students, they'll be alone, they want to be alone. But here, when we see this slide, we want to inculcate every student about the values and ethics. And also, we should teach him how to be sincere and how should work hard and how he should determine himself and what should be his resolution. We should also inculcate him to be as a team player, personal credibility, integrity. And also we should teach him the likability factors, the ability to handle the multitasking, the leadership quality, the commitment to desire, and how he should involve himself to learn and critical thinking and problem solving. If you don't inculcate among these areas to the students, so what happens? He will respect only his job and also his salary. He will not respect the family, the teachers, the atmosphere, or anybody. See here, when we see that any company for that matter, before selecting any student, they check their aptitude, they check their communication skills, they check their attitude, and how he is good in verbal, non-verbal, logical reasoning. On these areas, they'll first check. When they conduct any interview process, first they're going to have the online test, which consists of all aptitude, logical reasoning, and his English communication, and also about his attitude. Here, academics will not be involved in the first round. The second round of selection will be on the group discussion. In the group discussion, what actually they teach, what they're going to see among the students is how good he is in his communication, about the body language, facial expression, and his attitude. So until unless we inculcate these qualities among the students, I don't think students will lead to the wrong path. Mainly, we have to focus here on our social, moral, and ethical values. Until unless we inculcate these values among the students, they'll not be a complete person. So here, when most of the students, the moment they get job, the moment get the offer letter, they don't even respect their parents. They don't even respect the faculty members, because the moment they get the offer letters, they say that I got the job with more package. They forget everything. If that is the mindset of a student, he will not succeed. Cannot able to overcome the stress. He cannot able to overcome any further obstacles which he face during his profession. So that's why what we have to inculcate among the students before they get a job, let them respect the people, the family, the profession, rather than the money or the salary. This is what I would like to tell you. So let me take to the next slide. Here, you can easily see that while a job is important, it is also important that children grow up to be good people, good citizens. So here, education plays very important role. What we can suggest here is, so in each curriculum, why don't we focus on development of empathy, caring, compassion, and social responsibilities, which are all integral part of becoming good citizens. So here, the students we can able to see here, they all involved themselves towards cleaning the ambience of their school or college. The teachers and children should create a classroom community where children are involved in a range of interactions. So this will inculcate when teachers himself involves among the students by doing all these activities. So students are motivated to involve themselves for more civic activities. This should also start from home. Many people, many parents, they cannot able to talk to their children, or even it will be very difficult for them to convince, because the children thinks that if they are working, they think that they know everything. They doesn't want to expect any advices from their parents. This is the attitude what the children have. That's why this becoming a good citizen, caring, empathy, compassion, and inculcating about the social responsibilities also should start from home. And we should also make them to read books, how to become good citizenship. And we should also inculcate them for a good habitual behaviors, so that they can able to help the people who are in need. So here, when any students for that matter, if you ask who is your role model, about 70 to 80% children say that my role model is my teacher, because teacher plays a very important role in every student's career. Teachers will help them to grow and make them a responsible person. They impart ethical values. Schools and colleges is a social learning and also academic learning. Here, I would like to give an example of Dr. Abdul Kalam ji. Dr. Abdul Kalam, as we all know, that he is a great scientist and is also our former president of India. Dr. Abdul Kalam advised the students that every student should be unique. That is his specialty. Every student should be unique. That is his punchword. So here, Dr. Abdul Kalam, when he addressed to the students, he says that everybody should be unique because the institution, the society, the country, and the entire world should speak among them. That's why the students should be unique. So in 1941, when Dr. Abdul Kalam was a student studying in 10th standard in one of the schools in Tamil Nadu, he was inspired by his teacher. Wherever he goes, he always says that he has been inspired by his teachers. He respects the teachers. So one of his teachers, Professor Shiva Subramaniam Iyer, taught him to be unique. So his teacher radiated knowledge and the purity of life. He drew pictures of flying black bird on a blackboard, which inspired him to become an aeronautical engineer and a rocket scientist. Here, one thing we should observe, that only with seeing that flying black bird, he decides himself his education, what he wants to become. That is the role what every teacher should play here, so that the students can able to decide themselves in their young what they should become, what will be the path and how they should lead their life. So here he gives example the people who are unique, like Thomas Alva Edison, Alexander Graham Bell, Marie Curie, Sir C.V. Raman, and so on. So always a unique people should give light to the society. That's what he says. So one of the students asked question to Dr. Abdul Kalam, "Sir, how you will instill confidence in your colleagues when certain Agni missile mission failed?" Dr. Abdul Kalam, with his smiling face, he says, "We did experience failures in our mission, wherein failures are our stepping stone towards the success." So whatever questions actually the students pose, his great strength is he responds to the students with a smiling face. He will not mistake for any questions the students pose. Though in that age, how humble he was, how obedient he was. So he sets example to everyone. Here, one more question the students will ask, "Sir, why you became a politician?" He says politely, "I didn't understand that becoming president of India is equal to becoming a politician. Being a president gave a platform to the students community, teachers community, governors, doctors, advocates, and all the community people. He gave a platform to instill, to inculcate values, good thoughts, and how the people should be ethical and moral. So how the people should be set example to others, because when you become an example, you can inspire and you will become an inspiration to others. In this way, he was getting a lot of satisfaction. So that's why he says, I became President of India because I wanted to address more people, more community, so that I can able to inculcate good habits, good values to the citizens. This is what our Dr. Abdul Kalam sir says. So now let me take to the topic. So moral, values and ethics. Teachers can inspire students to inculcate moral values and ethics. Schools and colleges can play a great role in inculcating these values. Here, the morals, guiding principles that shape a person's ideas about what is right and what is wrong. So here, I have taken under morals 5 topics, 5 the important topics which speaks about honesty, compassion, respect, gratitude, and integrity. What is honesty? Honesty is nothing but telling truth. It's about being real with yourself. By seeing your honesty, so people should learn, people should understand what you are. Honesty promotes openness, empower us, enable us to develop consistency in how we present the facts. This is honesty. Coming to the compassion, compassion motivates people to go out of their way to help the physically, mentally, and emotional pain of others. So who are undergoing the pain, we can able to motivate them and pacify them, and we can able to reduce that pain. That is compassion. At the same time, allocate your time to bond with your friends and families. It's a practice of kindness, and you should be good to others and dedicate yourself for better things. That is compassion. So coming to respect, it conveys a sense of admiration for good or valuable qualities. Process of honoring someone by exhibiting care and concern. The more you show concern, the more you respect people, the more you will get respect from others. When you hit a ball to a wall, if you hit, how forcibly you hit, likewise, how you respect people, likewise, people also will respect you. So coming to the gratitude, nowadays, we see most of the people, most of the students, most of the professionals, they forget to express their gratitude, whatever they have got from the teachers or from the parents or from the relatives. So here, feeling thankful towards the world, appreciation for good things, strongly and consistently associate with greater happiness. If you show gratitude, you will feel more satisfaction. Here, the last thing is integrity. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, that is your integrity. You should have ethical principles as well and soundness of moral character. These are the morals we should follow. This is how I just want to express in these 5 points. So, even why morals are important for children, it helps to prepare for the future roles in society. Children might not be learning morals at home, but they'll be learning morals at their institution. Children see violence and dishonesty around them. It also helps counter the bad influences in society. So now here, coming to the values, we learned about morals and I would like to take you to the values. So before I take you to the values, I want you to, I want to make my presentation a little interesting. So I want to run a small video on values. So I request to go through this video which speak about values. What does it mean to you? You are
Sir, video we are not able to see, sir. Sir, share the video. Sir,
not able to see the value? Video?
Sir, we are not able to see the video, sir.
One second. Now can you able to see?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
One second.
Sir, let me.
Now? You will see?
Yes, sir, it is visible now.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Once again. Actually, I'm not able to share my PPT.
Okay. Yeah, it came, sir.
You getting?
Yes, sir. It's there.
Okay.
Share it. Click share it.
You able to see now? Hello?
Yes, sir, it's visible now.
Visible, huh?
Yeah, sir.
Now is it visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Sorry. Okay. So now here I showed you the video of what value means. Here, when you are alone, you cannot able to share your values. When you mingle with the people, you can able to share a lot of values. You can also get a lot of values from them as well. The basics and fundamental beliefs that guide or motivate attitudes or actions, they help us to determine what is important to us. When we use our values to make decision, we make a deliberate choice to focus on what is important to us. So here, under values, I have made about 6 points. So health and energy. Here, happiness gives us the energy, which is basis of health. If you maintain good health, the more efficient your body and better you feel. And the more you will use your talents to produce outstanding results. So hence, you should have good health and energy. So coming to the gratitude and appreciation, as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation not to utter words, but to live by them. And gratitude makes sense of your past, bring peace for today, and create vision for tomorrow. The kindness and compassion. Kindness is choosing love over hate, light over darkness, and compassionate over judgment. Kind of compassion give rise to self-confidence, which in turn empowers us to be honest, truthful, and transparent, which is very important. When you go for the integrity, integrity is choosing your thoughts and actions based on values rather than personal gains. No matter how you are educated, how you are talented, how you are rich or cool, you believe, how you treat ultimately tells all about your integrity. That is everything. Until unless you show a kindness to the people, so that will be your thoughts. Giving is not just about making donation, but it making a difference. No one has ever become poor by giving. We all should understand. People think that if we give, we become poor. No. If we give, it will grow, it will multiply. So whereas peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Peace begins with a smile, and its measure of success is happiness and peace of mind. So when it comes to family, friendship, and connection, we should always cherish our human connections with all our relatives, with all our friends. and with all our family. Until we don't cherish, we will not be happy. We should not be alone. We should not be kept within. We should share. So friendship is not a matter of distance, but the matter of hard work, the matter of heart. Family is not matter of blood, but the matter of love as well. So here, three values I'm showing here: individual values, relationship values, and social values. In individual values, the principle you live by and what you consider important for your self-interest. Example, creativity, humility, and personal fulfillment. Relationship values reflect how you relate to other people in your life, be they friends, family, or colleagues. Example, you should have openness, you should trust, generosity, and caring. That is the relationship values. The social values are it reflect how you or your organization relates to the society, like environmental awareness, peaceful coexistence. So why values are important? We learn how not to exchange what we want most for what we want at the moment. We are what we think with values. All that we are arises with our values. With our values, we make our world what we want it to be. One of the important keys to be healthy, successful life and relationships is having the right values in life. So let me come to the ethics. Here, the rules of conduct recognized in respect of to a particular class of human actions of a particular group, culture, etc. Here, for professional ethics, I would like to show a small video. Every profession has its own ethics, its own habits. Here, this video is of accountant. It is prepared by accountancy students so that they start understanding on following this right from the beginning. Likewise, each profession has its own ethics. Even doctors have their own ethics, and teachers, advocates. So likewise here, I have taken this video prepared by the accountancy people, how the framework of fundamental principle to be followed in the accountancy and how it should be maintained. Just I'll run through this video. Can you able to see the video? Hello?
Yes, sir. Video is visible, sir.
Thank you. Now, in the video, what you see that the person, the people who have done this video is from the accounts. The accounts actually how should be maintained, how confidentiality should be maintained on these areas. At the same time, suppose if it comes to the doctor's ethics, so how the doctor should maintain the ethics of the patients. Some patients, when they see, they have some personal issues which that should not be known to the family well as well, but the doctors will be knowing. That is the ethics of a doctor and even the advocate. Likewise, teachers. As a teacher, what should be the ethics? The teacher should provide good quality education to all the students. He or she should not do the favorism or show discrimination among anyone. To ensure student safety by gaining trust, giving justice which is while evaluating the papers, commitment towards profession, engage in positive interaction with the parents. So these are the ethical values what the teachers should have. So coming to the next slide, moral values and ethics in education. This introduces activities that help build character, the power of conversations, actions speak louder than words. So before I show this presentation, I will take you to the next slide. So introduce activities that help build character. In this, giving responsibilities to the students and holding them accountable. Having policies and setting expectations for behavior. Encouraging competitive sport. Organizing activities work with the wider community. This will build their character to be a positive. So here, I would like to show you a case study which is done in School of Australia with respect to value education. The school felt it needed a more consistent, coherent approach to values education, because we are living at a time when values are continually being questioned and seen as relative rather than universal. The institutions needs to reinforce the values it holds. Students need values to enable them to interact, set goals, and self-assess. Values are needed to moderate individual behavior and provide a base from which to determine the meaning of life. Values can help adapt to complex cultural conditions. When this case study was given to the students, we found they had done the establishment and reinforcement of codes. This establishment and enforcement of codes, they have developed in such a way that, so what will their expectations? The students' expectations are class attendance, explanation of absence, completion of assignments communication, which shows respectful behavior for each other. This is the code of conduct, code of behavior, I mean to say. So whereas learning, ways of showing respect for the right to learn, and also with respect to movement, so any students for that matter have right to move around the college comfortably and safely. Whereas safety measures, it shows we are responsible for our own safety and the safety of others, settling disputes in a manner which makes the college a peaceful atmosphere. And the last, the care of the environment. So always respect for the college environment and others' property. So this is the case study which I took as an example to have a value in education. Is this enough? What else can the school do to help students develop morals, values, and ethics? Now we should put question mark ourselves. Apart from this, what else the activities we have to do, and what else we should inculcate among the students to become a good citizen, and how to set example to others. So as I told you that I will take you a little later, the power of conversations. Here, the power of conversation, I have taken two slides. So first slides I have taken Bill Gates. So how he was so ethical for the teacher. The first slide which I'm showing about Bill Gates, as we all know, he is an entrepreneur, founder of Microsoft, world largest software business, one of the richest person in the world. In his school days, he was so mischievous. His librarian, Professor Catherine, she changed him and made him to read more books. She played a vital role in his career. Though he was so mischievous and he has a lot of talent involved, but the talent which he was having somehow ignited by the librarian, and she called him and she strengthening his passion towards learning and reading books. That made him more interesting, and he showed a lot of interest in reading books because he was showing lack of courage, lack of confidence, and he was very much frightened. But the librarian, she changed him, and she used to call him every day and used to ask him, why you want to read books, what you want to become. She was also asking that what do you like to read, which topic you are interested, and what are you interested in. So likewise, when she was asking these questions, so somewhat actually he was showing more interest, and through her inspiration, he wrote a lot of books. And when he was in 9 years, she changed him to dedicate himself to read more books. And today, whatever he has become because of his librarian, that's what he witnessed himself, and he gives all credits to the librarian. So the next slide, which I would like to take you, and this will be the last slide. So this slide, it speaks about Mr. Vaidyanathan. He is an executive chairman of Capital First, non-banking finance. In his income, he has given away 10.61% of his shares to the people, and he was so generous. He was so generous that he has shared his 10.61 profit to their employees. So why I would like to show this slide here, because the conversation, he gives his teacher. He has shown the generosity to his teacher. He has gifted his shares worth rupees 30 lakhs because the teacher, who is a maths teacher, his name was Mrs. Saini, she lended 500 rupees to attend an interview. So he was finding very difficult to attend the interview because he was a student at that time. He was admitted into BITS. When he wants to go for an interview, the maths teacher called him and paid 500 rupees to him to attend the interview. Then you know what he became. He became a good entrepreneur. And after becoming the entrepreneur, he wants to search his teacher through his former colleagues. And last, he found his maths teacher. She was staying in Agra. He expresses his gratitude for the timely help which he lent 500 rupees at that time. He was so gesture towards his teacher. He was extraordinary. He shows true expression of gratitude. This is the real Guru-Shishya relationship. Very rare to see in these times. Not many people, not many students get such teachers. At the same time, not many students achieve higher heights, remain humble. Here, one more thing actually you can able to notice that total value of the gift he has given to his employees worth rupees 20.5 crores. All employees received shares along with his family members, managing director, brothers, sisters. He was so obedient, so humble. Even he has given shares to the 2 drivers and also 3 servants. So this shows his generosity, his ethics, his values. So this is my last slide. With this slide, I would like to end up my session, and thank you so much for your opportunity given to me. And I express my sincere thanks to the HOD, Dr. Vijayashree ma'am, and the organizers and all the faculty members for providing these opportunities. Hope this session was very interesting. Thank you so much.
Indeed, sir, it was very much interesting. Sir was speaking about giving morals, values, and giving is not a loss and it doesn't make you pure. It's all about finding peace, and peace is all about finding it right from the inside. It is not something which you find outside. And with this kind of morals and as well as values, both within you and as well as the students have a determination, and we can avoid some scams or unethical things that can happen in any kind of society. Because with that right morality and as well as value based education system, we can build a better nation is the message which is very rightly conveyed by Mohan Arundas. I really thank you very much. In spite of your busy schedule, you could accept our invitation and has delivered us your words of wisdom, very experiences that you have had. That was all very much good. So, and diagram-based conveys, it was all very fantastic, sir.
Thank you so much.
It was heart-touching. Yeah, thank you very much, sir. On behalf of the organizing committee and on my own behalf, I really thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.